And welcome back. We're here for ESPN Saturday night, and this Orlando crowd is having a great time here. Str8 Rippin won, Believe the Hype won as they gear up and get ready for game number 3.
Farouk, this is one of the craziest tournaments I've ever seen. These games are so close, going back and forth, being played unconventionally, and here's a third game type in our second match of the night. It's gonna be oddball on Heretic. You know how it works. The first team to hold the skull-shaped oddball for 250 seconds will win the game, or the team that's leading with most time at the end of 15 minutes. We're jumping on board with Maniac. He just went positive last game. Let's see if he can do it again here on oddball. He's gonna move with the rest of the Believe the Hype squad. And Scott, it looks like their strategy to open this one is lock down pink.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they did, Chris. They sent 3 people pink, and then they had a guy in the base to spot shoot and try to keep them at their heels.
All right, pink 2 red side, Nick.
And Elamite Warrior with the nice 4-shot taking down Maniac out of pink too. We're gonna sit on board with the Believe the Hype squad though. They're gonna be trailing to start this game as Str8 Rippin is gonna grab the first oddball.
Watch that ball. Watch on ball. Nice. Pick it up. Good job, 3. Gonna be top right. Top right. Push car. Watch out the pink. Car 3. Don't shoot. They're pink squared. They're pink weak. They're newer.
Their shield, Elamite.
Watch the ball.
Their shield, Elamite. Blue 2. Blue window, their shield. They front of blue to ball. Red pink.
Red newer.
Pink 3. Shoot red newer.
Just like newer. Red pink 2 legit.
Car 3. He's their street.
Car 3 right now. Just this side. Red car. Just our push, guys. Here.
Not
Phoenix, one shot.
Kirby, last guy alive, one shot.
One dead. 3v3. He's dead, right?
Red one. Bottom center.
Red Gandhi, Tom. Red Gandhi. Red car. Car 2 weak.
Pink 1 weak, David.
Where is he at?
Red one to pink.
2 guys, red pink. Maniac's 1 shot. Red street, 1 shot. Cloud. He's still red 1. Still red Eli, weak. Red Eli, 1 shot. 1 shot, red Eli. 2 guys, red Eli. Just get ball.
3 guys, red pink.
Pink 2.
One shot pink 2, David. One shot pink 2, David. Another one red pink. Another one after that, Carl. Pink 2, guys.
Big one, 1 shot. Grab ball.
Watch car.
On the slide, 1 shot. Punches down.
I died.
Car 2 weak.
3 dead, last guy, part 2 left. Dallas got him. Watch spawns, Eric. Watch P1, guys. Don't talk P1.
Red pink 2, Pink 2, guys. Pink 2.
Demons 1 shot.
Under red, lift it up, top red.
Pink 2 weak. Pink 2 weak.
Auto red 1 shot.
Red 2. Another one lifted red 2 and red 1.
Red 2.
I'm watching.
So after 3 minutes, Str8 Rippin is the first one to put 60 seconds of ball time on the scoreboard. And this guy right here we're watching, legit, his shot is on.
And he is angry, Chris. And they're doing a great job at controlling this ball. You see him keep them in the base, and as soon as the other team spawns, you see 3 members of Str8 Rippin just charge, and they let the ball guys sit there and just have their support.
And we're gonna sit on board with legit for 1 more life, and after that, I wanna check out what the Believe the Hype squad is doing. They were just able to steal the oddball from Snipe Down and take it over into the blue base.
Slide. Watch the slide.
2 dead.
We have to go before they spawn.
Someone shoot slide.
Blue Kirby.
Red 3,
Red 2, legit. Red car, legit. Red car, weak.
Top wood.
Red 1, Red pink, slide down.
Pink 1, side down,
Down the middle, red pink again.
Balls 1 shot.
Pink 1, he's gonna come to ball.
All right, so joining us now in the booth, Ghost Ayami from Team Classic, and he is all smiles. Ghost, Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
One of the luckiest things I've ever seen happen at an MLG competition, but you guys were able to take a bad situation, turn it into a positive, and then you came out on top over Triggers Down, and you shocked the whole world by advancing to the Winners Bracket Finals. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty much on cloud 9. I mean, if I had beat them originally, I was going to be on cloud 9. But then after the mishap that happened on the main stage, and then capitalizing on it, I mean, I feel amazing.
And now after you guys had that second chance there in game number 4. What was your mindset going into that one?
Well, as soon as it happened, I knew that it was a complete mind breaker for Triggers Down. You know, I mean, clearly I had the game winning cap. You know, it was close to the flag, 5 seconds left. But as soon as that happened, I mean, Best Man looked at me and he said, you know what, we got it. And as soon as he said that to me, I just knew that we just needed to take over the next game.
And speaking of Best Man, he seems to be playing the best Halo of his life at this event. What has it been like with your teammates? Why is Classic seeing so much success early on?
Well, last event we didn't really land at all, but luckily in front of this one, we got to land against Str8 Rippin, the team on right now. So a lot of practice with there, and also just I kind of just tried to teach them a ton of the screen watching, and just pretty much communication is the key to winning the game.
And right now we are checking out as Str8 Rippin is leading about 40 seconds here over Believe the Hype and Oddball. Now game 3, always a crucial game. It gives one team the advantage, 2-1 either way. What can we expect to see in this matchup here between Believe the Hype and Str8 Rippin? I know you know both of these teams really well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say that at mid-chip ball, that Str8 Rippin was definitely not too great going into this tournament. Maybe we were the better factor, but I mean, currently right now, it looks like Str8 Rippin definitely, you know, bettered themselves from mid-chip ball. I don't know if they went over their videos or what, but they definitely got a lot better at it.
And who would you rather play tomorrow? That is the big question here. You know you have to play the winner of this match.
I mean, if Str8 Rippin wins, then they're probably going to look at it like they got it easy tomorrow. So personally, I'd rather play Believe the Hype just because, you know, they're just like us, trying to fight their way to the top. So you always want to play the lesser of the two. But at the same time, it was nice playing Str8 Rippin at the land, and I wouldn't mind playing them tomorrow.
All right, right now we're checking out Believe the Hype finally has a little bit of a setup. Maniac holding on to the oddball. Great protection from Cloud on the carbine side of things. But you're a pro player, one of the best pros we have here in the league. Tell me, what is the key to winning this new game type, Heretic Oddball?
Well, it's much like Lockdown Oddball. You pretty much start, you know, across the map, and you want to make your way to the other side of the map towards the ball. But the main mistake that many top teams make even is that they don't wait for the teammates. Commonly in Halo 2, you know, you said push with me pink. You know, I had Gandhi by my side, and me and him would run pink. And you don't really have that. Someone saying pink 2 one shot, that doesn't mean, you know, push with me. So it's really the communication factor that is the key to this game type.
And you guys really seem to have some of the best communication that we've seen so far this event. What was that all about? Has Classic always been a talking team, or is that something that you came in and helped train them to do better?
Well, they definitely had communication before I got there. I mean, that's what made them such a strong team to begin with. But thankfully, since they were definitely all selfless players, you know, you got Chig, the Rising Star, and Soldier and Best Man, you know, really just grinding every event. So, you know, when I went to the LAN, I just tried to pretty much force as much communication that's key. You know, like let's say Blue Needle's going pink 2, like Cloud just did. You know, as long as you're just, you know, pretty much really specific with your callouts, you'll be successful.
Right now we're watching as Believe the Hype has just taken the lead here, 107 to 102. All 3 members alive here for Str8 Rippin are stuck in the red base.
Now, Eric, not to cut you off, Chris, but now, Eric, when you have the ball in the other base and you kill them all, what do you prefer to do when that team's spawning in the opposite base? Would you rather swarm them, or would you rather hold back?
I think that we'd rather hold back because, like I said previously, a lot of the top teams really don't have that communication of, hey, push pink with me. And if you do swarm them, you know, their only pretty much objective is to kill, you know, the swarmer. The flanker. A lot of the times you see, you know, Walshy flanking or Nady pushing into the base, and that's pretty much, you know, the easy kill. And, you know, he can die and respawn and, you know, flank again, but this isn't Lockdown Oddball anymore, it's midship. So personally, I'd rather just try and let them fight their way across the map, and then, like in Halo 2, just move the ball around the map. You know, if 3 guys push pink, move the ball car, and wait for our teammates to spawn.
Now I got 2 questions real quick for you guys. First of all, 49-49. Who do you trust the most on your team to get that 50th kill?
I would definitely have to go with Best Man. The kid clutches pretty much every team slayer that we've ever had. He just goes into overload mode, whether it's flanking, Rocket Bridge against Instinct or, pretty much just getting any clutch kill. He always does it.
And now I have a gut feeling on this one. I think this series is also going to go to a ridiculous Game 5. Who of these 8 players is going to get that 49-49 final kill?
I would have to go with T-Squared. The guy wants it more than anything in the world, and when he gets momentum, he's just unstoppable, and especially with Elamite and legit supporting.
And that is the most roundabout way I could ever get to just asking you who do you want to watch in this game, but I did it. My goal has been achieved. We're watching T-Squared from Str8 Rippin, and right now the team is losing by about 45 seconds here. What does Str8 Rippin need to do? Because believe the hype, they're really just running this ball away, and it looks like Legit's finally going to get it over at the blue base.
I think that they just need to wait for each other a little bit more. You see them, T-Squared's pushing Carside by himself. Hopefully this is a successful flank, but at the same time, they could be coming behind him.
And they just got 4 dead here for Believe the Hype, so what is now the key to set up? They have the ball over in the blue base. It looks like they just lost a player over on pink side, but T-Squared has Carbine on lock.
Exactly. So what you want to do here is pretty much move the ball towards Car and just stay alive. The entire key is pretty much just to stay alive. If Kyle and Tom stay alive long enough, then it pretty much allows their teammates like Legit and Snipe down to spawn pink one, to spawn red two, and to help them out while the other team is pushing on them. That way they're getting shot from behind, so they have to push towards Tom, and he just watches the screens and peeks out.
Now, when you're playing the oddball game time, I was just taking a look there. We have 4 minutes left on the clock. How much does that clock come into your guys' mind when you're playing, or are you only thinking about what's happening in that moment?
For my teammates, they're always looking at the clock, I believe, but for me, I have a problem with getting in the zone. I really don't think about anything except for what's on screen and making sure that we're always doing the right thing at the right time. I mean, when it's the last minute, last 2 minutes, we're down, we're above, you always try and squeeze out those last few seconds. But, throughout the entire game, if you milk it throughout the entire game, you'll be fine for the end. You don't need to milk it just in the end.
All right, well, here we go. Str8 Rippin looking to climb back into this game. They were down by about 40 seconds. Now it's 160 to 156 and counting. And they're about to retake the lead if T-Squared to hold on to the ball, but they're getting heavy pushes coming here from across the map. Long-range shots from the Carbine side. And I guess, what do you do here? You have the oddball up in pink. Why bring it up there, and what do you do once you do have it up there?
Well, pretty much once you bring the oddball up in the pink, that pretty much shows you that the rest of the opposing team is probably going to spawn Carbine. So if you just stay on Pink Street and like T-Squared saw, you saw 2 guys push blue and 1 guy push red, then you just got to really single them out. I mean, there was 3 guys on blue, and if T-Squared just watched blue with his 2 teammates, they definitely could have easily, stopped their push, and then worried about the other 2 guys that were pushing from red.
And it's all tied up, basically. Before you goes, got to congratulate you again, but I got to get a prediction here. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Who's going to win this one?
Well, after what just happened, I'm pretty sure that Str8 Rippin is going to take this one.
Str8 Rippin's going to take it. Any reason why?
Well, T-Squared's pink 3, and Believe the Hype's on spawn, so it just kind of looks like they have a pretty good spawn back set up right now.
And even if Str8 Rippin takes this game 3, who wins the series in how many games?
I would have to, if Str8 Rippin wins this game, I would say that Str8 Rippin would definitely probably win this in a 3-1 fashion. They got a ridiculous construct king strat down, and oh wait, what's the next game type? Is it narrow?
Yeah, it's narrow CTF.
Narrow CTF?
Onslaught CTF.
Onslaught CTF.
Oh, it's Onslaught CTF. All right, well, with Onslaught CTF, I would have to go with, definitely Str8 Rippin in a 3-1 fashion.
3-1 fashion. Well, that was all 4 dead for Str8 Rippin. Believe the Hype is going to get the oddball back. Ghost, I'm going to let you stay in the booth there until this game finishes before we kick you out of here and make you go celebrate your huge win over Triggers Down.
Yes.
Now to bring it back 2 minutes, or about like a minute ago, when they spawn Car and you have it pink, if you were the one spawning Car, wouldn't you just rush top middle because it's so much shorter than it used to be in Halo 2?
Exactly. I mean,
That's what I saw.
Gandhi, I mean, what did we do when we had pink? What was the only thing to stop the pink strat? It was to push top middle.
Yep.
I mean, many players don't really understand that yet, but if you have that experience from Halo 2, a lot of things really transfer well to Halo 3.
And here we go, 60 seconds left, and it looks like, Ghost, your prediction was wrong. Hey, we all can't be Walshy.
He did call that to a T.
That's
It was
ridiculous.
incredible.
And it looks like Believe the Hype is going to take game number 3.
So-
Ghost, thanks so much for joining us up here in the booth. Do you have any final shout-outs? I know I got to give a big shout-out to your twin brother, Brett, back home in Jersey.
Besides Bren, I'd give a shout out to my mom, Bill, my dad, Farouk, my entire team.
Farouk is up
And-
here with signs, by the way, people,
Oh, I
And
see
of
what he's
course-
trying to say.
The Giants.
who are out of the playoffs. Congratulations, Giants. You didn't even make it that far. All right, Ghost, thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
Take care,
We're
man.
going
Scott,
to jump
it was
on
nice
board with Cloud, who is holding the ball for the final 13 seconds here. It looks like Believe the Hype is going to take game 3. And here we go. There you have it. Believe the Hype is now up 2-1 over Str8 Rippin. And there you go, checking out the stats. A minute and 30 of ball time there from Clutch, picking up the 97 score. We're gonna take a look here. And we got plus 12 out of Cloud, 36 kills. Element Warrior, he dropped 32. Both players going huge, but Believe the Hype walks away with the win.
Yes, they do, Chris, and it's now 2-1 in favor of Believe the Hype as we gear up and get ready for game number 4. Wow, Ghostoyami, smart guy on Halo, huh? I see why he's taught his team so much.
And we're not taking a break, people. Stay seated. Get the sandwich later. It's time for Onslaught. Capture the flag. I'm stealing your lines, Farouk. Here we go. You know how it works. First 1 to 5 flags will win. There's no power weapons. It's all about the battle rifles. Thank you, Salat and Nexon. We're going to open this one up with Demon D from Believe the Hype. Sundance says, I want to see this kid play. Here you go, Sonny. Your request has been answered.
I just got to say a quick note, it's crazy out there. I just walked outside, had a quick little break. There are actually people outside in the swimming pool and people walking around with gloves, hats, and scarves, and we're in Orlando,
I
Florida.
actually did that last night.
Wow, is it heated?
No?
All right.
But
crazy.
you have the hot tub right next to it, so you get the nice.
All right.
In case you're a weirdo and love to go winter swimming,
I'm pretty sure you did that too, Chris.
because I'm a weirdo. I had no comeback. Ran out of thoughts. All right, Demon D doing work, Scott. Nice 4-shot to take down Snipe Down, who is on his side of the map. And Believe the Hype is keeping the momentum that they just gained in the game 3 coming into game 4. They're putting huge pressure on Str8 Rippin at the start of this one.
And I'm not surprised by that, Chris. This team, if you get Clutch enough momentum, he's going to take you out. And he's known for it.
And you look at Believe the Hype, you know, one of their best game types of any map is actually oddball. So I'm actually not surprised that they won it. And they're actually at the top of our top 8. They're #1 in oddball matches.
And that has been since the very beginning of the season. I saw those guys in oddball, and I don't know why it works. It just seems, and it's not even necessarily strategy. They just seem to be clutch in every single oddball game, going big in the last moments. As you saw, Str8 Rippin had a full setup. Ghostoyami called Str8 to win it, but Believe the Hype, they just brute forced it, and they took home the win. And now that puts them in an incredible position, Farouk. Once again, we're seeing our team, the lower seeded team, just 1 game away from advancing to the winners bracket finals.
I mean, who would have thought that right now there's a possibility that tomorrow night we'll be looking at Believe the Hype in Classic.
I didn't.
Not me. One of those teams will be guaranteed top 3.
And once again, that's why I say that's why we play the game.
And here we go. Let's check out Legit. He is inside the Believe the Hype base. The first member from Str8 Rippin to get over there. He's finally going to be cleaned up. Let's jump on board with Snipe Down, his teammate, who's trying to help him out from top A. And Believe the Hype doing exactly what we saw Classic do against Triggers Down. They're just shutting down the players in the power position, Scott.
And by doing that, they're taking a completely different route than Classic did. Instead of staying on the floor, they're staying in their corner of their base, and they wait for Str8 Rippin to throw the nade in the corner, and then they charge out and just battle them and just keep throwing nades.
And the 4 down from Str8 Rippin will open up an opportunity for Clutch to run the flag here. Dodging the grenade, that's not a Hysteria nade, that one missed. And here comes Clutch, he's running it in. There's another dodge, and he's finally gonna be taken down by a Snipe Down, but Demon D's gonna pick up a double kill, and now he's gonna put in the first flag of the game. Believe the Hype, the first one on the board, and Cloud already pulling a second flag, and he's running it A-side, but a fumble from Cloud is going to delay this one. And I just let Demon D, as he was picking up a fight there with Legit. Legit's going to win that one. Straight Rippin gets 4 dead here, and now they have a flag cap opportunity, Scott.
And you're going to see Straight Rippin take this pretty much with these. They have full setup top middle, and Straight Rippin, as soon as they get control on this map, they don't stop with just one flag. They get more.
And look how smart Legit is.
Wow.
He knew all the grenades were coming in, dodged most of them. He's finally taken down, and Cloud is there for the return, somehow staying alive below the base. And now Maniac is going to pull the flag. If anything else, it's just going to be a huge distraction here for the Straight guys. Maniac going to be taken down, and we are going to listen in for a bit with the players until the next flag is pulled.
Shot A-base now, A-base.
Front row base, guys.
Guys, front row base, going under it, one shot. We gotta get in their base. We gotta get in their base.
R8, guys.
Two guys going up A2. Two guys going up A2.
Demon D's on our flag.
Top center.
Demons on our flag, one shot.
No, it ain't
Go on B stairs, One shot into their base. I got one, there's no one beat up. That's 3 dead. Top B, maybe? Check top B.
And we got a flag in the hands of Snipe down as Legit was doing work, playing a bit of base defense. That's going to open up a second flag cap here for Straight Rippin. He didn't put it in. There he does. It's 1-1 now, all tied up. The first 1-5, and Snipe Down continues to pick up the kills with a nice shot on Demon D, bottom middle. Maniac coming off the respawn on B side. That's going to tell the rest of Straight Rippin, hey, my buddies are about to be here, and they are ready for him. Demon D getting slaughtered off the spawn, but Legit was killed with the flag. It's Snipe Down starting to run it, and here we go. Just like you said, Scott, 2 flags in under 1:30 if they can convert this one. But a nice job once again. It was Cloud that snuck into the base, and he didn't get the return. He walked around it, was not able to get the return. The flag's still alive on the base.
Nice. A2, last
And there it goes back.
A-base weak. One shot A-base.
So Maniac was able to get the return from below the base. Straight Rippin unable to convert the flag cap. And now it's going to be a battle for map control once again.
But you know, Straight Rippin's pushes, Believe the Hype can't do anything about them, well, at least to gain or to battle for control. T-Squared's pushing top A as Legit's going bottom A, and by doing that, they just can tunnel in on one person, and Believe the Hype can't battle that.
And Scott is using hand gestures to explain his point here. It's pretty entertaining up here in the broadcast booth. If you're missing it, well, that's your fault. You should get in the car and drive to Orlando for our Championship Sunday coming up tomorrow at 3 p.m. We're jumping on board with Demon D from Believe the Hype.
Now, Scott, tell me a little bit about what it's like to defend your championship status. I mean, Straight Rippin, they've had a kind of a 2-step forward, 2-step back kind of year. And I mean, after you win a championship, you get sponsorships thrown at you, there's a lot more attention at you. How hard is it for Straight Rippin to defend this year?
I mean, with the level of competition, for Straight Rippin's got their hands cut out for him. Regardless, even if they beat this team, they got to beat Classic. He just beat Triggers down. And it's gonna it means the world to T-Squared to win this. It means the world to every player out here to do it. But to win back-to-back, the only people I ever known to do that, and that's the Ogres. I personally couldn't do it. It was hard enough for me to go from the championships, winning that, to winning the opener. Because the level of competition just increases so much, and it's hard to keep your practice level after you win the national championship.
Not to mention everybody's got a target on your back now because you're the champion, so they're going to give you their best game every time.
My Warrior staying alive long enough for his teammate to help him out, but he's going to be taken down, and Maniac's finally going to go down there for Straight Rippin. We have Cloud getting into the Straight Rippin base. That was 4 dead momentarily. They're all coming off the respawn, though, as Believe the Hype's going to try and run the flag.
I think Cloud spawns in the Believe the Hype, or the Straight Rippin base.
He is really there all game long, and his shields are coming up just in time for him to put in the flag. Believe the Hype now up 2-1.
Stay there, stay right there.
And this is ridiculous, guys. Right now, not only is this game scored 2-1, but the series is 2-1 in favor of Believe the Hype. We are 3 flag captures away from another upset here in Orlando, Florida.
One dead. Let's go. There you go. There is street.
And Demon D is going to be taken down over on B side. Cloud trying to fight out of the A side spawn. And we're going to jump on board with Straight Rippin as Elmite Warrior and Legit are pushing up strong. Elmite, nice grenades there from Cloud, going to take him down. Let's check out what Legit can do all by himself. He's going to be beaten down by Demon D. These guys are not stopping the charge here for Believe the Hype.
Believe the Hype has never stopped the charge. When I was watching them versus Instinct, they were so aggressive that by charging, they didn't have to wait for each other's help because they just knew their teammate was going to charge right behind them.
And Cloud is the last member alive for Believe the Hype, but I want to stay on board with Demon D.
One down. Bottom out. Bottom middle.
So we just had 3 members of Believe the Hype spawn in the last 2 seconds. You saw Maniac putting some shots on Legit. Demon D is going to clean this one up. He just saw the shadow through the floor, knowing there's a player above him. And he's going to stay alive long enough to put some shots on T-Squared. The kill is going to be cleaned up there by Cloud. And now Cloud, once again, Scott, making his way to the Str8 Rippin base. This time he was spotted.
And they have to kill him, and that's the thing. I just thought Legit has to drop down from top middle in order to kill Cloud, because Cloud's gonna stop that flag, or he's gonna pull it, and either way, he has to come eventually. So Legit's going out of his way to kill Cloud.
Maniac picks up the kill on Snipe Down. Cloud versus Element Warrior under the base. Not too pretty, but it's effective. Picks up the kill on Element. And now he's gonna make a push here, top A, and he's got partners to work with. Snipe Down with a nice double kill, long range battle rifle shots, taking down Cloud and Demon D. And now Snipe Down's gonna push into the base here as Clutch and Demon D are coming off the respawn. Cloud's there as well. Snipe Down better get out of there, but he's getting help from T-Squared and Elmite. And guess what? Legit just got in the base as well. All 4 members of Str8 Rippin converging on the Believe the Hype spawns. That was an incredible play, and Snipe Down is staying alive to spawn slaughter as Legit is looking to tie the game up. Here we go. It's all tied up 2-2. We're jumping back on board with Str8. They're set up for another one.
And Snipe Down's in the perfect position here. They're spawning below him. He's got his teammates helping him. I wouldn't be surprised to see an easy killing spree out of this one, Chris.
Maniac was evading him for a while, but there's the easy killing spree Scott was calling. It's all tied up 2-2, but Str8 Rippin's looking to change that. Here comes Clutch. There's the beatdown. Take a seat, son. Legit's clearing the way on B side, and here we go. Str8 Rippin is set for some awesome action. Legit's grabbing the flag. Meanwhile, we're watching T-Squared get cleared off top middle, but it doesn't matter. Str8 Rippin now takes the lead. It's 3-2. And the crowd finally back in this match, guys. They have been silent since the start of that oddball game.
Snipe Down putting up some great numbers for his team there. He averages a good +7 ratio in his flag matches against Believe the Hype.
Once again, we got to thank Grant Calc, our calculator mastermind in the office, putting together this amazing stat pivot table for us to use throughout the broadcast. And right now we're checking out as Clutch is putting up some stats of his own. He just picked up a double kill bottom team. We're going to stay on board with Legit, though. The rest of his team is trying to make a push over on the Believe the Hype base. You see Snipe Down spawning on the opposite side of the map. Snipe Down's going to go bottom middle, pick up a double kill. Meanwhile, T-Squared is pushing in from the A side. And Legit, he knew there was one guy alive from Believe the Hype, and he's run around some part of his map. He was on B side, putting shots on Clutch. There's the double, looking for the triple now on Demon D, as T-Squared is running the map over on the B side that Legit just cleared out.
Believe the Hype's really going to have to regroup here. They're going to need Str8 Rippin to pretty much be clueless as to where they're spawning if they have any hopes to get back in this match, Chris.
But this is a map that we have seen incredible comebacks on. We saw it last event in Anaheim as 2 teams were up 4-0, and their opponents, Carbon and Str8 Rippin, I believe, were those 2 teams who gave up these games. They came back and won those. So we'll see if Believe the Hype can make a last-minute rally, but right now, they got to put a stop to T-Squared and Str8 Rippin. We're going to jump on board with Cloud. There's a grenade from Cloud, going to stop Snipe Down low. Element Warrior trying to hide. That's not going to work. 2 nice grenades, going to pick up 2 nice kills, and now Cloud is going to make his way top B. They have a player sitting top middle, Scott, and another player sitting top A. Believe the Hype's turn for a flag cap, don't you think?
I agree completely. I just don't understand. I just don't know why Cloud always goes B Street. He goes top mid B, and instead of going top middle and jumping into the base, he takes a longer route by going to B Street. Me personally, I would rather jump top middle and then jump straight into the base. Because by the time you get in, the guy who's coming up A stairs is going to be coming up at the same time.
Demon D was the last player alive. He's holding on to the flag. It didn't work out for him, and now Str8 Rippin is putting in that 5th and final flag. Off the counter cap, there's Legit. Str8 Rippin ties up the series. Well, Farouk, you said he averages +7, Snipe Down dropping the +11 with 24 assists. Str8 Rippin obviously winning the slaying battle in that one, and they come out on top in game number 4.
And we got the score all tied up right here. A second game 5 here on ESPN Saturday night coming up at you. We got Str8 Rippin 2 and Believe the Hype 2. We got the status right there. Gentlemen, let me tell you something. We got this game 5 coming up. Who do you give the edge to here, Construct TS?
You know, Str8 Rippin won an incredible Construct Team Slayer against Triggers Down at our last event in Game 10 of the championships.
That was amazing.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling it. I think Str8 Rippin's going to pull it out, and I hope it's as close as that last one was. I'm calling T-Squared to agree with Ghostayami. He said that T2 would get that 50th kill.
I agree with the Str8 Rippin, but I'm just saying, after Instinct Series, they won the first game, the third game, and then the 5th.
All right, well, not to go back. We got game 5 coming up right here. Construct Team Slayer. Break it down, Bucket.
Yeah, you know how it works. 250, that's the number we're looking for, boys. Just kidding. We're going to 50. There's a sniper down low, the rockets up top, and the overshield, well, that's coming up at 13 minutes. Keep your eye on it. We're jumping on board with the guy who just dropped +11. It's Snipe Down, the final game of ESPN Saturday night.
And not to go back to Anaheim, but that game 10 against Triggers Down and Str8 Rippin was epic. Triggers Down had a 49-48 lead, and T-Squared, the captain of that squad, comes in with the double kill to give them the victory and force the game alone.
One of the most exciting championship matches we have ever seen, and we're looking for something better here in Orlando, Florida. Right now we're checking out as Legit is coming up behind the Believe the Hype squad, back Gold Scott. And that is your place that you said is kind of the key in some of the Construct games. You got to lock down back Gold to make sure that the opponent isn't flanking your team.
And it's especially important right now because Snipe Down dropped the rockets bottom Gold. So if they don't have control of Gold, a person can air up with rockets, send a distraction one way, and then next thing you know, you lost top.
And speaking of those rockets, there's Demon D with them there in the close purple. He's hit by the Legit's plasma grenade, but he's able to stay alive. 11-7 as Believe the Hype takes the early lead. And this one is going to go back and forth all the way until we get to that 13-minute mark, and then I think we're going to see a big momentum change here. Demon D, nice rockets, gives his team an 8-kill lead. It's now 15-7 as he's on a killing spree already to start this game.
And that was a great play right there by Demon D. After he kills the guy Closed Street, he jumps the rockets. Instead of battling him, he moves to the left and just uses that as cover.
And we also just saw on our 8 screens here as Maniac picked up a triple kill. That's going to send all 4 members of Str8 Rippin to the bottom of the map off their respawn. Good news for them, though. 15 seconds here. We got a new overshield coming up, and we saw as Triggers Down was able to use that overshield to retake top control more than once last series.
And we got about 40 seconds till the snipers come up, and I got to ask you this. Who's got more pressure on them right now? Is it the underdog or is it our defending champ?
Are you kidding me? It's Str8 Rippin. They're down by 12. T-Squared has got to do something big here. He's watching Legit's back. We're going to see how they play this one. They are down by, it looks like 11 right now, and this is not an easy map to come back from such a big deficit.
Definitely not, Chris. If you get bottom spawns, at least now with the overshield, in 2008 season, if you got a bottom spawn, you're pretty much counted out. They're going to get a 10-15 kill lead on it.
Or at least with that overshield, you got an opportunity to push just like Legit did. And you got to shut down Legit if you believe the hype, because in the 2 games with them, Legit is 58-39 in Team Slayer with 31 assists.
Wow. And here's the push, guys. It's all being led by Legit and that overshield coming from the closed street. They just cleared out 3 members of Believe the Hype. They're all spawning low. Cloud comes up the gold lift, and it looks like the rest of his teammates are trying to come up the sword lake. Legit's got to be careful. There's Demon D, and Demon D's going to pick up the beatdown. We're going to jump on board with the captain of Str8 Rippin, T-Squared. Just a 7-kill lead here for Believe the Hype. Str8 Rippin getting this one tight, and T-Squared just picked up the rocket. Scott, this is huge.
And notice how he picked it up before they dropped. Lammy prefers his team to dirty the weapons because he keeps track of them. As soon as those rockets drop, it's 45 seconds on top of the time. And Lammy makes note of that, and that gives Str8 Rippin an edge that most teams don't have.
And we'll see if that comes to bite Believe the Hype in the butt later in the game. If they're waiting for a rocket, that's not coming up. 26-21, Str8 Rippin only down 5, and T-Squared is not backing down. He's got help from Elmite Warrior. Snipe Down, big distraction on R1. But they got to be a little bit more careful here. They're giving up some useless deaths.
Yeah, T-Squared pretty much is, if I was T-Squared, I'd be mad at my teammates for being in the way right there. He could have had an easy double kill just by shooting at the hallway, but you can't predict that.
All right, here comes Legit. He's pushing from close street, 30 to 23, straight ripping, trying to come back in this one. Legit knowing he has no support from any teammates. He's gonna loop back around to the open side where T-Squared was just taken down by Maniac. And let's listen in with this straight ripping team. We'll come back in once we're within 10 kills.
Charging sword.
Close purple demon. One shot. I'm coming, Brian.
Demon.
I'm coming,
Okay,
Brian.
one
You
shot.
go first.
One shot.
Hit demon. Lobby open. Lobby open. One shot and open. One shot and open.
One shot. That sword still. Clutch. Sword still. Close ankle. Ankle.
And open lobby to sword. Open lobby to sword. One shot.
Open leg.
One shot. Open leg. Open sword leg.
Sword.
Sword.
C3 now.
I got one. C3. One shot. Nice. No one was at sword. I think 3 dead. Maybe sword. Open 3. Open 3. Eric.
Eric's flanking.
I'm manning. Under glass. Under glass.
Two down. R1. Shut up, two.
Just that 2-kill game in the straight ripping chant has began. That's right, I said it has began on the main stage. 36 to 33. Believe the Hype tried to battle back, but they got some bottom of the map spawns. There came up back gold. Here comes Clutch. He just came up the sword leg and caught straight ripping from behind.
Close purple.
40 to 34. Believe the Hype just 10 kills away from yet another upset.
With the game being so tight, we're about 30 seconds from the fresh rockets reloading, and they could be the deciding factor here.
3 in lobby. Sword. I'm open.
A 3-kill game though, straight ripping, able to keep it tight. This looks just like the game against Triggers Down. They were trailing late, but they were able to rally back, and T-Squared has a sniper to work with.
Another one. L-Light's weak. R1.
And Clutch and Cloud are too much for him. He's taken down. We're jumping on board with Snipe Down. 5 kills away here for Believe the Hype.
And Demon D is still alive right there.
You're in my way. I can't get him.
He's back ramp.
He was making goal.
He's back up right now.
C3. One shot. C3.
Big goal.
And Cloud just ripped a face on open ramp. He's sniping from the sword.
About to lift. I think he left the goal.
Where we go? Nice. Spread out.
Clutch trying to come up and trade kills. It doesn't work out.
Legit's got an
And
overshield,
Legit
Chris.
has an overshield to work with. Let's check out how this plays out. He's going to be pushing in, picks up the kill on Cloud. 3 kills though for Believe the Hype, and Maniac just got the rockets.
Maniac dropped. 0-2. No one dropped 0-2.
And he dropped down, spawning all of his teammates low, and straight ripping is chasing those, Scott.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like that decision right there, but it could have paid out. It could have worked out for him. I don't think it's going to, Chris.
One shot. Watch rocket.
And Maniac shooting long-range rockets, picks up a kill in the open, purple on Elmite Warrior. And there's another rocket to R1. Maniac looking to finish it. The last kill, 49 to 45. And it did it!
Ever fucking bullshit to me, you can't beat me.
Wow. That's all I got to say, guys. Check
Yeah.
out the stats here. Maniac going clutch. 3 perfect rockets to end that game. Gives Believe the Hype the win as Demon D, Maniac, and Cloud all put up positive numbers. Clutch going up with the even and then putting up 9 assists.
And there you have it. You're checking out the score right now. Believe the Hype taking out Straight Rippin here in our second match.
It's the most ridiculous tournament of all time, and it's our 2009 National Championships.
2 upsets, but don't be upset. We're coming right back right after these messages. Don't go anywhere.